Hello everyone, welcome back to another lecture. And since we have covered an error-based SQL injection, we are now going to look into a non-error based SQL injection, that is blind SQL injection. Now what that means is, even if there is a SQL injection present on the website, it won't give us any error or any indication that this vulnerability is present, even if it is. So what we are going to do, let's have a look at it. So we are into the DVWA page and we are navigated to SQL injection and under the brackets blind, and what we are going to type here is an apostrophe. And since you remember from the previous lectures, when we enter an apostrophe as an input and we submit it, it gives us error and it tells us that it has vulnerability. And now if we hit enter, it gave us nothing. Now let's try test apostrophe. It gave us no error. And if we just enter tens of apostrophes, yet it didn't give us any output. But if we type 1, it gave us output that it has this ID, and if we type 2, it gives us this ID, and if we type 3, it also gives us this ID. But yet this is not throwing any error even if we give any SQL query. So if we type this command here, that is one apostrophe or this, and if we submit it here, it gave us result, but not because it has this error, maybe because this ID 1 exists here. Now what we can do is we can type another command, that is 1 equals or this command, and if we hit enter, it gave us 5 results. Now this can't be the reason because of this, because if this was the reason, it would have given only one result. We entered this query as well, and even if this query is there and the website doesn't have SQL injection, it shouldn't be acting like this and giving us the output of multiple users. That means there is a vulnerability on this website of SQL injection, and that is blind SQL injection. Now this is where the problem occurs in the blind SQL injection. Rather than error based SQL injection in which we can know if there is vulnerability or not, this blind SQL injection takes much more longer time than that, because we cannot get easily the database name or column name or table name. In this blind SQL injection, we have to guess everything by our own, and that's why this takes a lot more time. And we are not going to guess the column name and table name in this lecture because it will take a lot more time than the previous lecture. So I'm going to tell you how you can guess the database name. So what we can do here is we can use a simple command here, and for that you are going to use a parameter named as like. It is a SQL parameter and we are going to use that. So type 1 here and database with brackets and use the parameter like, comma here, and type a and then the percentage sign. Now what it will do is we are giving it a command that guess the database name if it starts with A, if the first letter is A. So if we submit it, it gives us no result. And if we go back again with the command and if we try with the B, it gives us no results again. And if we go back with this command again and type D here, and if we submit, it gives us a result. That means there is a database present here starting with D. Now doing it manually will take a lot of time. So what we are going to do is we're just going to type this command here and we are going to our burp suite, turn on the intercept, and we are going to submit it. And if you have already guessed it, what we are going to do here, you are pretty genius, because we are going to send this to intruder and run a brute force attack. So this is in our intruder, and what we are going to do here is, as you can see, this is the ID here and we are checking it here. Now we are not going to check every letter manually. What we are going to do here is just increase the size of this request, that is 4, because we remember that the database name was DVWA, and just add this symbol here. And what we are going to do here is we are going to load a list of usernames. And let's go to our Kali Linux, and here as you can see I have a dvwa.txt, and let's select this, and I have made list of these combination including all the letters present in the dvwa database name that contains a lot of combination, and the request count is 256. Now after we upload these kind of files in this, what we are going to do is how we are going to know that what is the password. So let's navigate to the settings, and in the settings scroll a little bit down, and here you can see the graph match. So first clear this out and click on flag responses and enter here first name : admin. So if we remember from this, if our command gets right, that is this, it will give us this flag, that is first name : admin, and it will flag us in our intruder. If you remember from our previous lectures, we have done this before. So now let's start the attack and let's wait for the results. Click on OK, and as you can see, and add this, and let's start the attack. And after we start the attack, as you can see, we have this flag right here, first name : admin, and let's wait, or you can even scroll down. So let's wait till this attack gets completed, or you can just keep scrolling down. And as we can see, we have noticed that on this particular number request we have this flag 1, that means it has found it, and it says dvwa, and even if when we clicked it, it tells us dvwa, that means this is the password name. And this is how we can guess a correct password for us, or even column name and table name as well. Now guessing all of that would take a much longer time, so I have completed this lecture with the database name only. You can go ahead, guess the other things with the similar process I have used, and all the best.